Right, on the South today, Queenstown gets a slippery new addition, sliding into Frankton just in time for summer. A young Dunedin trainee pilot takes to the skies, following in the trails of 3 generations of her family. And a Dunedin rally car driver bids farewell to her international team after 2 years behind the wheel. Kia ora, good evening, I'm Dave Gooselink. A new slippery attraction is set to make a splash in central Otago as tourists and residents get ready for a wet summer season in the region. Local company Kiwi Water Park is opening new water slides in Frankton, building on the popularity of their large inflatable water park near Cromwell.
A quick ride to the bottom of the hill as the team behind Loburn's popular Kiwi Park opened their newest slippery attraction in Country Lane, Frankton. The success of the inflatable playground on Lake Dunstan near Cromwell, billed as New Zealand's largest water park, encouraged the company to launch these 2 large slip and slides for Queenstown residents.
We've had 3 amazing summers with the water park, and the manufacturer that I have that makes the inflatable water parks that we buy, they also came out with a slip and slide, and I was like, oh my goodness, that would be so much fun. She
says the 2 different size slides gives opportunity for the whole family to join in on the fun. This long-term employee among the first to test them out and giving the attraction his seal of approval.
Oh, it's great fun, yeah. I had a blast.
Kiwi Water Park's co-owner Emily Rutherford believes the Frankton spot was the best location for the new water attraction, with a range of shops and restaurants close by that are popular with families and groups.
Yeah, so it's going to be lots going on here this summer, and as you say, lots of restaurants here and other things going on too, so I think it'll be a great hub for people to come have a bit of a laugh and a bit of fun.
Rutherford says their plan is to stay open through until the end of the summer, with the aim of returning next year if the slide makes a splash with the locals. In Queenstown, the South today.
Dunedin-based media company Allied Press has announced it's considering plans to close Channel 39, one of the last surviving regional television stations in New Zealand.
The company, which also owns the Otago Daily Times and other South Island newspaper brands, is consulting over a proposal to close its broadcast operation, along with our nightly regional news bulletin, The South Today. It says the proposal follows a reduction in funding from New Zealand On Air and would see the company move towards a digital model for its content. Some video news under the South Today brand would continue on the Otago Daily Times website, but the weeknightly 20-minute news bulletin would cease. Channel 39 has been operating as a full-service television station for 26 years. Originally branded as Channel 9, it's broadcast a wide range of community programming alongside news, including sport, local events coverage, shopping shows, children's programs and student show Cow TV. The station's also helped launch the media careers of a number of national broadcasters, camera operators, editors and technical staff. Allied Press Chief Executive Grant McKenzie says the company is continuing to support staff through this difficult time. In Dunedin, the South today.
And the proposed changes won't affect related business Allied Productions. It'll continue to operate as a fully functioning production house, providing coverage of local events in and around Dunedin, as well as offering studio facilities for the community. An Otago University zoology professor has made the discovery of a lifetime, spotting a rare bird for the first time in over a century.
Professor Hamish Spencer was holidaying in Colombia when he had an odd-looking wild honeycreeper bird pointed out to him. While the breed of bird wasn't uncommon in the area, what caught his eye was the unique colour split down the middle of the bird. Its body was half blue and half green, and in this species, the colour determines the bird's gender. Spencer says the rare find means the bird was a gynandromorph, having both male and female characteristics.
So it was a really exciting thing to see, and I knew at once that it was something special, but even I didn't realise just how rare and special it was.
Spencer and fellow avian enthusiast John Murillo, who pointed out the bird, have been recognised for their find, which was published in the Journal of Field Ornithology. In Dunedin, the South today.
Dunedin rally car driver Emma Gilmour is signing off from her international team after 2 years behind the wheel for McLaren.
The NEOM McLaren Extreme E team have announced Emma Gilmour will leave the team following the 2023 championship season, alongside her driving partner Tanner Forst. The decision comes after a tough year for Gilmour, who suffered a high-speed crash during a practice race in September for the Island X Prix in Italy. She's been recovering from the head injuries and broken ribs, but is still taking it slow and steady before getting back on the track. The Dunedin-based driver has been part of the McLaren Extreme E team since its first race in 2022, securing 2 second-place finishes for the team, together with Forst.
You've had the best support for us. Tanner and I have had an absolute ball reading all your comments, and we've really appreciated all that support. It's been an absolute honour to represent McLaren the last couple of years, and yeah, it's been awesome being Tanner's teammate too.
Thank you.
Gilmour says it's been special to make history as McLaren Racing's first ever female driver and getting to race in some of the most extreme places in the world. In Dunedin, the South Today.
Whai Akine still to come on the South Today. Balclutha's elderly residents are treated to a Christmas concert by a very young group, and we continue our look back at some of the big news stories of the year with a focus on July.
Such a sweet girl. What are you dreaming about?
Just music.
The Power of Dreams by Honda.
Here at Age Concern Otago, we offer a range of services to support Otago seniors to age well with dignity and independence. We provide social work support, visiting service, health promotion and social activities. Check out what we have on offer at ageconcernotago.com.
If you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life.
A poorly maintained heat pump can lose up to 35% of its output. The Mr. Heat Pump Cleaner team are experts. Their specially developed chemical wash is totally biodegradable. Call Mr. Heat Pump Cleaner and get the job done by the professionals.
Welcome back. Well, some of Balclutha's elderly residents have been treated to an early Christmas gift, getting a special visit from youngsters from a local kindergarten. The young children brought some smiles to the faces of the seniors, brightening up the rest home and lifting their festive spirits.
Balclutha kindergarten pupils singing songs of Christmas joy to residents at Holmdene Home for the Aged. These young children were keen to help the elderly residents get into the festive spirit through some Yuletide song and dance. Holmdene resident Pam McDonald was delighted by the surprise visit from the young performers.
Every person loves little children, well, especially elderly people, because they don't see that much of wee children sometimes.
Balclutha Kindergarten head teacher Jolene Barkley says the visit was a way of teaching tamariki to care for everybody and remind them that elderly people enjoy singing just as much as they do.
We like to get out in the community, and it's really nice to spread some cheer and also make connections with Holmdene and other places within our community that we don't tend to always go to.
The young children also got to tour around the rest home, handing out small gifts to Holmdene's elderly residents and wish them a Merry Christmas season. In Balclutha, the South Today.
Well, having one pilot in the family isn't a common occurrence, but one Dunedin family has 4. The Halliday family has produced 4 generations of pilots, with the youngest member now following in her father's footsteps.
Flying planes seems to be in the blood for this family of aviators. Mainland Air senior flying instructor Phil Keane has helped 4 generations of the family soar through the Dunedin skies. Emma Halliday is the latest member to take up the airborne hobby under Keane's instruction, following in the trails of her father, grandfather and great-grandfather.
Just even knowing my dad flies and my grandfather flew and my great-grandfather flew, but not only that, now that the person who taught my dad and got a type rating for my dad is also teaching me, passing on the same valuable knowledge and all the bad habits.
Phil Keane's been teaching people to fly for more than 50 years, and his son Jordan is also an instructor. He says guiding generations of pilots is something he's become accustomed to.
You can see the ones that have come from a flying family have definitely got the passion for it, and they fly, probably they've been brought up with it, so they walk the talk.
Halliday says Keane could be on the cheeky side as an instructor, but is enjoying soaking up the fountain of knowledge he provides in the skies. In Dunedin, the South Today.
Now continuing our look back at the year in review, in July saw police on the search for a missing Christchurch woman. Football fever took over Dunedin with the 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup, and Matariki celebrations were held across the lower south.
It was July when Christchurch realtor Yanfei Bao mysteriously disappeared, with the police upgrading her disappearance to a homicide investigation. Bao's body hasn't been found, but 52-year-old man Ting Jun Kao is charged with her murder and kidnapping, pleading not guilty in the High Court, with a trial set for October 2024. Meanwhile, as the election campaign ramped up, National Party leader Christopher Luxon visited Dunedin, pledging a multi-million-dollar plan to reverse planned cuts to the new Dunedin hospital build.
The National Party is going to build this hospital, but importantly, we're going to build this hospital back to the specification that it was originally intended.
Dunedin was also draped in international colours as the FIFA Women's World Cup kicked off 6 international group games at the Dunedin Stadium. The Switzerland women's team made themselves comfortable at their temporary base in the city, training at Tahuna Park ahead of their first game against the Philippines.
Everybody is so friendly and making it so easy for us to feel welcome and happy here, so that's great to see everybody today.
For the first time in over 150 years, Otago University introduced a fresh look to its branding, adopting a new logo and changing the Māori name to Otaku Whakaihu Waka. The changes sparked major backlash from staff and students, coming at a time when the university was grappling with a $60 million budget deficit. Those financial woes saw the university downsize its science communication department, among many others. But students joined together in protest against the proposed cuts.
We want to make sure that the university understands that we want our voices heard and we want to be part of this conversation rather than ask afterwards how we feel about these choices being made.
Cities and towns across the south celebrated the Māori New Year. In Queenstown, thousands of people enjoyed an array of performances for the resort town's Matariki celebrations, while in Dunedin, hundreds gathered at the steamer basin for a vibrant light and video show. And hundreds of young scientists explored the mysteries of chemistry at Otago University, one of many events scattered across Dunedin for the biennial New Zealand International Science Festival. Across the South Today.
And now recapping tonight's top stories on the South Today. Kiwi Water Park is making a splash in Queenstown, opening a new waterslide attraction in Frankton for the summer. Emma Halliday is the latest in her family to take to the skies, following in the trails of 3 generations of pilots. And Dunedin rally kart driver Emma Gilmour is signing off from NEOM McLaren after 2 years of driving for their Extreme E team. Now time for a look at tomorrow's weather.
The South Today weather, proudly brought to you by MoleMap, the skin cancer detection specialists.
Starting with the situation and changeable weather tomorrow and over the weekend, which should lead into a warmer week next week. And after a showery Christmas Eve, the latest forecast for Christmas Day suggests fine weather. Heading to the top of the South Island, fresh westerlies and cloud increasing, 23 for Nelson and 19 in Greymouth with some showers. Christchurch heading for 28 with fresh nor'westerlies. Travelling to South Canterbury and North Otago, strong and gusty nor'westerlies with high cloud for Ashburton and Timaru, both looking for 26 degrees. And those nor'westerlies will decrease in Oamaru with 24. Heading westwards to the Central Lakes, gusty westerlies and showers here. Highs of 19 low for Wanaka and Queenstown. In Alexandra, 21 degrees. Heading further south, there'll be a southwesterly change and rain will ease in Balclutha, Gore and the Catlins, heading for 18 degrees across the board. And across to Invercargill, rain tonight with strong nor'westerlies. Tomorrow expect strong mild nor'westerlies and wane in the morning, easing to showers in the afternoon and later at night for a high of 19. Becoming fine on Saturday with cloud breaking and sunny periods during the day. Cool southwesterlies ease for a low of 8 and a high of 15. Finally heading to Dunedin, breezy nor'east winds tonight with high cloud. Warmer tomorrow for a high of 24 degrees. Expect thick high cloud and fresh gusty northerly winds. Some showers develop during the afternoon and a brief period of rain at night. On Saturday, early showers should clear quickly, but remaining mostly cloudy and cool. Southwest winds die out with nor'easterly winds later on. A low of 19 degrees and a high of 15 for your Saturday. And that's the news this Thursday. For the latest news and videos from the southern region, head online to odt.co.nz. You can follow Channel 39 on YouTube to catch our news bulletins on demand, or follow us on Facebook. Search for the South Today NZ to see our favourite stories from around the regions. We'll see you again tomorrow. Ka kitea popo.
Public interest journalism funded through New Zealand On Air.